My name is Greg Nammacher, and I am the president of SEIU Local 26, a union of 8,000 property service workers across the Twin Cities. The majority of our workers are black and brown, as well as immigrants, and we come here today at an especially important time when immigrant communities are under attack at the national level, and we are here to raise a set of very important issues that impact this primarily immigrant workforce. On July 29th, 2024, just over a year ago, our union stood on this very same street corner demanding answers for our members who are about to lose their jobs. The janitors who keep Ramsey County clean and safe, many of whom had been there for 20 years or more. Last year, we made several attempts to raise the alarm, not only to inform county officials and residents that tenured union janitors were about to lose their jobs and benefits, but also that at least one of the new contractors had documented issues, including an active investigation by the Federal Department of Labor, and should not be awarded this essential account paid for by Ramsey County taxpayers. Many of our members ultimately lost their jobs a year ago, and today we see that unfortunately our cause for concern has come to fruition as we announce the active wage theft investigations of 3 non-union companies in Ramsey County and Hennepin County with a conservative estimate of $700,000 in unpaid wages that we believe are owed to workers by 3 separate companies. After countless conversations with workers, reviewing pay stubs, and certified payroll submitted to the counties by these employers, it is our opinion that employers and non-union companies contracting with the 2 counties evidently have underpaid each of the nearly 75 workers approximately $5 to $12 per hour. Workers have been providing the evidence to the wage theft investigators in the Hennepin County Attorney's Office and the Ramsey County Attorney's Office, which will determine if the evidence shows criminal or civil wage theft has happened. The allegations all relate to the same long-standing prevailing wage policies in Hennepin County and Ramsey County, which require minimum wages that factor in the value of fringe benefits, such as employer contributions to health insurance, PTO, retirement benefits, and ESST, or Earned Sick and Safe Time. If an employer does not provide those benefits, the employer must add the cash equivalent of those benefits to the hourly rate paid to the covered employees. That's how prevailing wage works. So in this case, the cash value here in Ramsey County of the fringe benefits not provided to full-time workers is approximately $7.16 per hour to $9.69 per hour. So in general, it's about nearly 30% of the total wage rate. We have found that workers employed by non-union contractors are overwhelmingly not receiving the required fringe benefits or the cash equivalent in Hennepin County or Ramsey County. Now, in Ramsey County, starting here, the janitorial prevailing wage for full-time workers is $27.81 per hour. The pay stubs for many workers with squeaky cleaners and painters and PK Property Services, those are 2 different contractors, show, however, that workers receive approximately $17.50 per hour to $20.65 per hour, depending on the company, with minimal reported benefits, significantly below the mandatory prevailing wage numbers.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Johnny, trabajo para PK Services por algunos meses y inicié en el área de construcción haciendo un servicio de limpieza. Después de eso me ofrecieron hacer lo mismo en oficinas del condado de Ramsey, como la cárcel juvenil, 90 Plato, entre otros. Y me pareció perfecto, aunque soy joven, debo ayudar a mi familia, así que por supuesto que acepté. Fue así como conocí a la trabajadora del sindicato, Local 26, que mientras sacaba la basura en la cárcel juvenil me preguntó sobre mi salario. Yo aún ganaba $18 la hora. Y también me preguntó sobre mi aseguranza médica, que fue realmente lo que me interesó. Yo necesito el chequeo de mi visión. Pero por la prisa no tenía suficiente tiempo para hablar, así que le di mi información y fue así como unos días después me enteré que me estaban pagando muy por debajo de lo que debían. Ella me habló de los 27,81 que debía obtener y fue así como me sentí tanta impotencia, ya que solo no me robaban a mí, sino que a mis compañeros. Entre todos mis compañeros compartimos impresiones y claro que estamos de acuerdo en que PK debe pagarnos todos los que nos ha robado y aunque tengo miedo de perder mi empleo, no tengo miedo de alzar mi voz. Vine a este país a trabajar honradamente y merezco la misma honestidad por parte de mi empleador.
Good morning. I'm Jen Gerton. I am a president here in the city of St. Paul and one of their Ask Me Locals, and I am an officer for the St. Paul Regional Labor Federation. Wage theft is a serious breach of trust, something that no one thinks could ever happen to them. When an employer willfully chooses to steal from its employees, especially hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's a blatant crime. Workers have suffered trying to make ends meet, to feed and home their families. All the while, the employers are looking the other way. Minnesota's prevailing wage laws were put into place to make sure employees are paid a living wage, that they have protection from bad bosses. An employer that breaks this agreement is literally breaking the law. These workers deserve every cent that they have earned. They need to be made whole. These employers need to be penalized for their actions.
At the same time as we were speaking with non-union janitors in Ramsey County, we have also begun conversations with non-union security officers from Black Knight Protective Agency, until very recently contracted with Hennepin County. Hennepin County prevailing wage requirements dictate a total wage of $30.44 per hour. That's the base plus the fringe. The majority of Black Knight Protective Agency workers, however, report earning $24.62 per hour, with virtually no benefits. $24.62 is the prevailing wage calculated in 2021 when Black Knight Protective Agency originally acquired the account. According to certified payroll records obtained by a Freedom of Information request from Hennepin County, they have not increased the wages since then, despite annual increases to Hennepin County prevailing wage total rate over the last 4 years. Because of strong enforcement, workers there are receiving ESST at an approximate value of 57 cents per hour.
Hello, my name is Gregory Murphy. I have been working security at Black Knight for 4 years. I have worked at library sites, which means dealing with homeless and drug problems. I have made sure the public can enjoy these systems we have. I have been working for years, making $24.62 an hour other than sick time. We have no benefits, no health care, no vacation time, nothing. When a union organizer asked me about this, he was shocked. He showed me that Hennepin County has a prevailing wages that requires me to make $30, $44 an hour. This is wage stuff, plain and simple. And that's why I submitted my payroll documents to the wage stuff investigator. My coworkers and I work hard and deserve every dollar we earn. I demand that Black Knight pays us what they owe us. This is not fair, and we will not stay silent.
We have shared this information with the appropriate investigators in both Ramsey County and Hennepin County, where they are now in active investigations. We are hopeful that these investigations will soon conclude and find merit, giving the workers you have heard from today an opportunity to recover the wages that they are owed. At such time, we would call on the counties to terminate the contracts with these contractors, as the counties are legally entitled to do. Swiftly pursue all enforcement actions to make the workers whole, and adopt a new policy to ensure that nothing like this happens again. In the wake of federal attacks on immigrant communities and on workers, our local governments are the last line of defense for working people and Minnesota residents. If the counties want to protect Minnesotans and those who do the work, they can start with the workers who clean and protect the county's own facilities. Thank you.